Hello and welcome to Slow Crimson. I am Garion Reaver. In case you are unaware, Quick Crimson is a series I do where I play through the Phantom and Crimson roguelike mode and do an entire run in 3 minutes or less. My most recent episode, the February monthly, which is linked in the description, is the closest I have ever got to winning this. I have never beaten Crimson and Phantom. So what I was thinking is I would show you the match in full instead of sped up like it is in Quick Crimson, and we could sort of review where I went wrong. You know, what I could have done better, what I could have done differently, whether I just had things wrong from the outset. I'm looking for constructive criticism, not just, oh, you're an idiot, you did this wrong. I genuinely want to know how I can improve the way I play. So I'm hoping that between me reviewing it and the comments from you guys, I can work out what I could have done better. I mean, straight from the outset, I put Vanilla in the wrong place. I completely forgot that they sidestepped that place and you have to sort of put him in the bottleneck, which is why I put Gummy there to plug the bottleneck. I know you've got that big line of Scarlet Singers on the right hand side, so I was hoping Exusier would be enough. She wasn't quite enough. I mean, if she'd been E2 with her third skill, she would have been fine, but she struggled a bit. Thorns was, I think, a good choice for there, but I think a problem is that Phantom doesn't he doesn't go through the middle, which is something that I didn't know because I have only got to this stage maybe 3-4 times in total. Kirara up there was to try and thin the herd, because she's quite good on her own. She doesn't slow, but she is quite damaging. And Carnelian was the big hammer. She was at this point the most in this run the most powerful hitter I had, apart from Thorns' second use of the skill. So I was really hoping that she would be able to tank, not tank, but demolish anything that came up to the middle bit, which of course Phantom did not. Overall, one of my problems with Phantom and Crimson is that the operators you get is so dependent on chance. Like, Exusier was the only sniper I could get in the entire run. I really wanted to E2 her, but I just couldn't. So, like, were there better operators I could have gone for? Are there ones that you feel are essential for beating this? Like Thorns, I see as fairly essential. Kirara has proven to be very useful because you can have her on her own and she's fine. But here's where Phantom, I'm just like, oh damn, Phantom's going around. And he skips like Crown Slayer. And yeah, I didn't know he did that. And I didn't know he didn't go through the middle. I remembered that he destroyed the roadblocks, but it didn't occur to me that he'd go around the place to do it. So I think maybe I should have repositioned Carnelian, but I was sort of hoping he'd go back through her area. Whereas if Carnelian was like the bottom left of that instead of the top right, she would have been able to hit him here and do a load of damage, but he was only in her range for 3 squares. And I didn't even activate it. Oh, there it is. I activated it partway through. And this is where I started leaking, because they went round, and I just didn't have enough heavy hitters. Thorns, Carnelian, and Exusier were basically my only hitters. Bagpipe, I guess she was E2 at this point, so I don't really see her as a heavy hitter. I think she can dish out some decent damage, but only as like a drop-in. I don't think she can hold the line. And this is when stuff started going really wrong, because I had Scarlet Singers coming around the bottom and tons of heavy shields coming round the left. And Phantom was still skirting my bloody range. And I began to panic, and maybe I should have retreated Carnelian and moved her to somewhere else, but then again she just got one shot the moment she was in range. I don't know why. Don't know if that's something he does later on, but I was shocked at how low I'd got him. Like, this is the lowest I've ever got Phantom, and at this point I'm like, no one's in range, I can't do anything. No one's in range, I have like 3 melee people, and, you know, then it was over. I don't quite know where I went wrong. I think there were a few missteps, and not knowing Phantom's path was quite a killer. I think apart from reposition Carnelian and Vanilla at the beginning, I don't know what I would have done differently with that squad. I guess Thorns, because he was rarely in position of Thorns, but anyway. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for how I could have done that better, how I can do better in the future. Polite, constructive criticism, please. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Check out the Quick Crimson. I've done 9 of them at this point, so you can knock those out in half an hour because of the Quick Crimson. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more Arknight stuff, and I will catch you later.